welcome you all to this Western theme review of A Town Called Mercy. Oh, please tell me you're not going to keep that fake accent for long. Well, little missy, I reckons I might. Might not either. Oh, Doctor, you can be infuriating. Almost as infuriating as this episode. Care to explain your thinking, Amy? I liked that it was a change of pace after the madcap antics of dinosaurs, and at times the tension was amazing. I just felt it could have been trimmed down a little. Really? I thought it was a bit short, and there were lots of unexplained bits that must have ended up on the cutting room floor.
For example? Face painting, Amy and Rory getting picked up again, or had they not gone home yet? I wasn't quite sure. Ben Bowder flying all the way to Spain and then spending about 5 minutes on screen.
It was slightly more than that, but he did seem very underused. Memorable and poignant death scene aside, though. You know, for me, I kept wanting throughout the episode to really like Mercy a whole lot more than I did. I do think, though, it's going to stand up to a fair few rewatchings, rather like Once Upon a Time in the West. If you rewatch that, it's a lot better than the first time you see it. It wasn't just Ben. It seemed Rory was reduced to third banana at best, and even Amy had precious little to do as well. Maybe that's why we're leaving. There's just not enough for us to do in the episodes. No, I don't know. I mean, all those talk about those who have died because of the Doctor's mercy to others. Does he know that someone he's spared is going to kill Amy off?
And if Amy dies because of the Doctor, then there's no way Rory will ever speak to him again. It could be tragic.
Though we are just guessing here. As a whole, though, Mercy did give us the classic Western beats, honky-tonk piano that stops when a stranger walks in, a marshal who has to protect a prisoner against the mobs, a noble bad guy, and an anti-hero antagonist. And the almost funny Undertaker, though personally it would have made my day if it at least muttered, "We're all doomed." Some of the dialogue, though, it was a bit preachy. Violence doesn't end violence, it just extends it. Look, love, some of us like our extensions. Know what I mean, ladies?
Doctor!
Haha! Well, you're right about the dialogue. We also had, we all carry our prisons with us. Yeah, right, we're our own worst enemies, redemption's within us all, etc., etc. Bought the t-shirt. You know, one thing, though, I did notice during the episode, and not just in this episode, though, but this season, we've seen a lot less use of the sonic screwdriver. You mean it wasn't the magic wand that solves everything? Yes, exactly. True, although in this episode, it did have 2 key roles to play on the ship and in the gunfight.
Rory liked the horse called Susan. Rory thinks it should get its own show.
Well, I guess we have to praise the show for once again giving us a blockbuster and taking risks with a dramatic change of pace. You know, I think it's one of the very special things about Doctor Who. It can almost reinvent its genre episode to episode, and that's very much what they're shooting for this season. That and a darker Doctor. Once again, he was willing to sacrifice someone who was bad in his eyes. You know, he's acting more and more like the Time Lords, all on his own now, judgmental and vengeful. I think it's all going to come home to roost in the next couple of weeks, though. Oh, by the way, any thoughts on the gunslinger himself? What, Robo Eastwood, or Judge Dredd of the West? Nah, still looked too much like a simulant or a bargain basement Borg for me to take him seriously. And his voice.
Could it be any deeper?
Rory is sulking and Rory did not have enough to do. So tell Rory the score, Doctor.
Tough one to call. I want to give it a higher rating, and I just know on rewatching I'll probably like it a bit more. But on watching it tonight, A Town Called Mercy just felt like a bit of a letdown. Oh, why do you say that, though? That's what bugs me. I can't put my little time weasel finger on it. And so, for that reason, I'm giving it a cautious Amy Pond. Though I think it might even actually rate a Sarah Jane or Rory, were I to rewatch it.
Rory, Rory, tell us a story.
No more tea with a bag left in for you, my dear. And cheer up, next week it's all about Amy and Rory. We'll have lots to do. Oh, and little black boxes. Counting down. From 3. I mean, that can only be a really, really, really good thing that's going to happen, isn't it? Not a disaster.